YGT, your golf tour, has officially arrived. And while the players, prize money, and competition at the top are getting the most attention, I think the biggest long-term impact of YGT might actually happen underneath it. Hey Boom Squad, Back Nine Warriors, and anyone out there fighting for par. This is Aim High, Shoot Low. I'm Bobby Golf. The people behind YGT have already mentioned the possibility of holding qualifiers for upcoming seasons. We don't know how those qualifiers would work just yet. We don't know who would be eligible, how many players could enter, or how many spots would be available. But just the possibility of a qualifier raises a much bigger question. Could YGT eventually become the top of an entire YouTube golf talent pyramid? Could there even be regional competitions, developmental events, and qualifying opportunities underneath it? Basically, could YouTube golf develop its own version of the minor leagues? And if you enjoy conversations about YouTube golf, everyday golfers, and where this entire space might be heading, take a second to like the video and subscribe to Aim High, Shoot Low. Those small actions really do help YouTube put this content in front of more people that might enjoy it. Now, YGT currently features some of the biggest creators and strongest players in YouTube golf. And that makes complete sense. When you're launching something this ambitious, you need recognizable names. You need players who can produce great golf, entertain an audience, and bring viewers with them. But there are thousands of other golf creators out there. Some have 100,000 subscribers, some have 10,000 subscribers, some have 500. And some may be really good golfers, entertaining personalities, or both. But almost nobody knows who they are yet. A future YGT qualifier could provide the first real breakthrough opportunity for some of those creators. Right now, growing a golf channel can be extremely difficult. You can make good videos, you can play good golf, you can upload consistently. But unless the algorithm puts your content in front of the right audience, or you somehow get invited to a collaboration with a larger creator, it can be very hard to get noticed. There really isn't a clearly defined pathway. Traditional competitive golf may have a brutally difficult pathway, but at least it's there. You have junior golf, college golf, mini tours, Monday qualifiers, developmental tours, and you can eventually work your way, potentially, to the PGA Tour. Very few golfers ever reach the top, but they understand how to get to the next level. YouTube golf doesn't really have that. You create videos, try to build an audience, and hope that somebody notices. YGT qualifiers could begin to change that. Imagine YGT sitting at the top of a pyramid. That would be the premier level, featuring established creator golfers, major sponsors, significant prize money, and high quality competition. Directly underneath the YGT, you can have major qualifying events featuring creators who are not currently on the tour but are capable of competing at that level. These might be established channels that already have respectable audiences and a strong golf game. But what can exist under those qualifiers? That's where the idea becomes even more interesting to me. Maybe smaller creators begin organizing regional competitions. You can have an East Coast event, a West Coast event, a Northern event, and a Southern event. You wouldn't need $1 million prize money. You wouldn't need a massive production crew. It could just be 12 or 16 smaller creators meeting at a golf course, sharing production responsibilities, and creating a competitive event together. The strongest performers from those regional events could earn opportunities to enter a larger qualifier. Then the best players in that qualifier could potentially earn a spot in YGT. That begins to create an actual pathway. Regional creator events near the bottom, major qualifying events in the middle, YGT at the top. I'm not suggesting that YGT needs to create and control every level of this system. I just don't think that'll be realistic. The regional events can be created by smaller creators themselves. But if YGT qualifiers become valuable enough, those smaller competitions would suddenly have something more meaningful to lead toward. Instead of competing for a trophy or a small cash prize, a player could be trying to earn an invitation to a regional qualifier. Even if YGT never connects itself to every regional competition, successful events would still create a pool of players and personalities for YGT to watch. And this system wouldn't only uncover the best golfers. That distinction is important. YouTube Golf is not the PGA Tour. Shooting the lowest score doesn't automatically make someone the most valuable creator. Golf ability is obviously important, especially at the YGT level. But personality matters too. Storytelling matters. You need people whose viewers actually want to watch them play 9 or even 18 holes. There are probably scratch and plus handicap golfers all over this country who can compete with established YouTube players. But can they talk comfortably to a camera? Can they make a match entertaining? Can they tell a story during the round? Can they handle competitive pressure while also creating content? And if they receive one major opportunity, can they turn that appearance into a reason for viewers to visit their own channel? That combination of golf and content creation is what makes this idea so interesting to me. A developmental system wouldn't just discover good players. It could discover the next generation of YouTube golf personalities. Some might be former college golfers. Some might have tried professional golf and decided the traditional mini tour path wasn't financially realistic. Some may be excellent players who've never seriously considered professional golf. Others may be making great videos, but simply haven't received enough exposure to build a large audience. YGT could give those players something they currently don't have: a visible destination. It can also create something smaller channels desperately need: stakes. One challenge we face as golf creators is giving viewers a reason to care about our rounds. I could tell you I'm trying to break 80, lower my handicap, win a match, or win some other kind of personal goal. Those things matter to me, and hopefully I can present them in such a way that my viewers care too. But imagine being able to say, I'm playing in a regional YouTube golf event, and the winner earns an opportunity to enter a YGT qualifier. Now the round has immediate consequences. The viewer has something clear to follow. They're not just watching a collection of golf shots. They're watching someone try to advance. That naturally creates storylines. You can have a young scratch golfer trying to build a career in content, a former college player getting another opportunity to compete, a smaller creator facing a more established channel, a mid-handicap golfer trying to survive against significantly better players, or a completely unknown creator making a run through the field and suddenly finding themselves one good round away from the YGT. Those are stories people can become invested in. The qualifier itself could become a major content event. The winner wouldn't be the only person benefiting. Every player involved would have a story. Someone might play great golf, but struggles in front of a camera. Someone else might not win, but becomes the breakout personality in an event. A creator could get eliminated early and still gain thousands of followers because viewers enjoyed them. For a smaller channel, that exposure could be more valuable than prize money. That's also why I hope future opportunities won't be based entirely on subscriber count. Audience size will probably still matter to some degree because this is YouTube after all. But if the same established creators receive every opportunity simply because they already have the largest audiences, the system will never uncover new talent. Ideally, performance would win the opportunity. Then, personality, storytelling, and content quality would determine what the creator does with that opportunity. Of course, there'd be challenges. Travel is expensive. Golf courses are expensive. Producing multi-channel events is complicated. There would need to be clear eligibility rules. Would qualifiers be open to anyone? Would they be limited to active golf creators? Would professional golfers be allowed to enter? Would there be a minimum number of videos someone needed to have already uploaded? Would subscriber count matter at all? And what would prevent the qualifiers being dominated by professional players who have very little interest in becoming content creators? YGT would have to decide what it's trying to discover. Is the goal simply to find the best golfers available? Or is the goal to find great golfers who also have potential to become compelling creators? I think it probably needs to be a combination of both. Otherwise, YGT risks becoming just another professional mini tour that happens to be shown on YouTube Golf. There's also a danger of making YouTube Golf feel too corporate or overly structured. Part of the appeal of this space is anyone can grab a camera go play golf and upload a video. I don't think that should ever disappear. Creators shouldn't feel like they need permission from YGT or anyone else to be considered legitimate. The freedom and variety of YouTube golf are what allowed something like YGT to exist in the first place. But an optional competitive pathway could add another dimension without replacing everything else. Not every golf creator would want to pursue YGT. Not every channel is built around competitive golf, especially at the elite level. There will always be room for course reviews, equipment videos, instruction, comedy, golf travel, high handicap journeys, and everyday golfers documenting their improvement. But for creators who do want to test themselves competitively, YGT qualifiers could provide a target. They can also encourage more smaller creators to collaborate. A group of channels in Florida could organize a Florida YouTube Creator Championship. Creators in Georgia, Alabama, and the Carolinas could arrange a Southeast one. Other groups can do the same around the country, or eventually, the world. Those events might begin as small collaborations, but if the videos attract viewers, the events could grow. Sponsors could become involved. Audiences could begin following specific players. Regional rivalries could develop, and eventually, the strongest or most entertaining players could earn an opportunity in a larger YGT qualifier. That would give smaller channels something to dream about. It would also give YGT something every successful sports property eventually needs: new talent. The current stars of YouTube golf won't be the only stars forever. New personalities will emerge. New channels will grow. Unknown players will have breakthrough moments. The question is if that will happen randomly with the algorithm, or whether a recognizable pathway begins to develop. That could ultimately be YGT's biggest long-term impact. The prize money is exciting. The teams are exciting. Watching elite creator golfers compete under real pressure is exciting, but the qualifiers could be what turns YGT from one successful series into an entire YouTube golf ecosystem. YGT at the top, major qualifiers directly underneath it, regional competition and creator collaborations feeding into those qualifiers, and thousands of golfers making videos at the base of the pyramid, knowing there might eventually be a real opportunity to climb. Will it happen like that? Probably not. This is just me taking the mention of future qualifiers and imagining how far this could potentially go. But if YGT succeeds, I don't think its influence will be limited to the players currently on the tour. It can inspire more collaborations, more competitions, and an entirely new generation of content creators. Somewhere out there right now, there may be an excellent golfer with a small channel and only has a few hundred subscribers who simply needs one opportunity to be discovered. A future YGT qualifier could provide that opportunity, and a larger YouTube golf pyramid could help that player reach it. Let me know what you think. How should future YGT qualifiers work? Should they be completely open, limited to active golf creators, or connected to smaller regional events? And when YGT is considering new players, what should matter most? Golf ability, personality, content quality, audience size, or some combination of all four? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to Aim High, Shoot Low, and join the Boom Squad. We might not be at the top of YouTube's golf pyramid, but we're definitely out here fighting for par and trying to climb. We'll see you next time.